Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Merry Christmas to you all. I wasn't here yesterday. I had to get some rest. I had to actually work yesterday. Many people was off, but I had to work yesterday, so I worked a half a day. But I wasn't getting. I wasn't. I felt that I needed to have some rest because I was extremely exhausted, and on top of that, I had to finish up some shopping, and I got that done. But when I came home, I ate something quickly, and I fell asleep. But I'm feeling a lot better today, and it's Christmas Eve. I hope you guys are doing good, and that these messages are resonating with you all. Christmas is a time, even though we think about gifts and gathering together with other people, friends, and family, and exchanging gifts, etc., it's also a time to reflect on Jesus. Sorry, guys, I had some music going here, but it's going to commercials or whatever. But anyway, it's a time to reflect, on Jesus and his birth and everything surrounding that. Also, it's a time to think about, you know, new resolutions for the new year because that's coming up as well. And all these things are important. Clearing out the clutter and starting anew. And I've been thinking about that too a lot. Um, So, the topic of discussion today is never allow anyone to define your relationship with God because many of us have different ways that we connect with God. And it doesn't make it wrong or right as long as we're heartfelt and sincere and in the upright and we're asking God for help, He will help us, and that's so important. Um, and, I grew up thinking there's a specific way to connect to God. Mostly, in an environment of where you have to go through someone else to connect to God. And I'm not talking about Jesus. Of course, Jesus died so that we can connect and talk to God. But this is not a speech on church or anything like that. It's a discussion about that we can go to God ourselves and connect with him and ask him to help us during our healing process or during any time of our life. And I'm just here to talk a little bit about that because on how grateful I am that God is answering my prayers as I come to him and ask him. And I don't have to go through anybody but Jesus to connect with God. And as I do the work to heal and to help myself, God does the rest. And it's amazing. Like this time of year, as I continue to heal and do the work, it feels different, guys. I mean, I've had so many beautiful gifts, unexpected, for people who really care about me, people who really love me and what I'm doing and etc. And I am so grateful for that because as I continue to move forward and persevere, God is answering prayers. There's so many things, positive things that are happening now. I do take time out to rest, but sometimes I need to really rest because I can work and work and then, I start to feel very lethargic and exhausted. And so yesterday was one of those days and I had to just um, take a time out, and it's okay to do that for you guys to take a time out because we have to take care of ourselves. It's all part of self-care, but as I stay on this journey to heal and to move forward, what I'm noticing is that as I ask God in prayer for things, and as I keep my vows and continue to not just help myself but help other people, God is answering prayers. He's really answering my prayers, and I'm so touched by it and grateful. And I'm saying all of this that if he can do this for me, and I don't have a support system around me cheering me on. I mean, there are people who are, getting help. But I don't have like a physical support system where I can go to somebody and say A, B, C, and D, but God. And if He can do this for me, He can do it for you. And this journey to heal is not easy. It's not an easy one, um, but it's worth it, because as you continue to stay on this journey to heal, what's going to happen? You don't give up on yourself. Not only is God not going to give up on you, but you're going to see the results of your hard work. Little steps. It's like having a box of puzzles and you don't know what that picture is until you start putting the pieces together. And then you can see, oh, this is a picture of a forest with a bear or a lion or whatever, you know. But as you start to do the work, because, these things on healing doesn't come with an instruction book or manual. As you start to get on this path, you start to learn through trial and error. And that's what I've been doing, learning things through trial and error. And like I tell you guys, life is, people and situations and circumstances come into your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime, or a lesson. And a lot of these things are lessons, unlearned lessons. And once we learn them, we can close the chapter to those circumstances and people and situation. And as I do that, I see um, the positive things, the positive results. And as I continue to move forward, I continue to self care in so many different ways, and a self love. Once you start to do that, you don't care about the toxicity from the past, because you have healed from those things and closed those doors. So it's no longer going to repeat itself in your life because you learned those lessons. It's like carrying a ton of bricks on your back and trying to walk up a hill. And once you throw those bricks off, you can walk up that hill lightly. And that's what I've done, thrown a lot of toxicity off my back and out of my life, and continue to persevere through all the craziness. And it's not so crazy anymore, because what happens is you start to experience the inner peace. And once you get to the point you start to experience inner peace, you're unbothered by the noise around you, because the noise is going to be less and less and less. Um, and you don't have, when you go to God, when I talk to God, I talk to Him just like I'm talking to you guys on this video. I don't have any rehearsed prayers, or I don't have to go and sit with somebody and say, Father, I have sinned, I've done this and that. I can go directly to the source, which is God Himself, and talk to Him about what's going on, any problem. And as I stay in upright, and I do the vows that I said that I was going to do. And one of them is to show up on my channel to help other people to pay it forward, and that helps me as well to keep going. And as I do that and continue to the other vows that I have, continue to, um, you know, how do I say this, guys? Stay connected to those vows. God has been connected to me. And when God bless you with something, He can provide and open up doors that no man or woman can shut, And the past will sometimes try to resurface, but I keep those doors padlocked. I got a phone call from the past, someone from the past last week. What I do with phone calls like that and unrecognized numbers, because I have a speed dial list of people who I'm in contact with. And if someone is in my life, they're on my speed dial list. And when I see an unrecognized number, unless it's something that I know, but if it's unrecognized, it goes to voicemail. And if they don't leave a message, then it's not a call that, that I'm going to call back. Um, and so I noticed that, and I just let it go to voicemail, and no message was left, of course, because sometimes the past will try to resurface. But if those lessons are learned already, you don't open those doors. You don't have to open those doors again, because sometimes people are not coming back into your life for any good reason. They want to come back, and they see you're healing, and you're, your life is going in an upright direction. They want to come back and add some more pain that you've already healed. And so I don't allow that, because the people who have closed the doors um, and padlocked, and the circumstances and things like that, if they were really trying to do the right thing, they would have done it, because they had plenty of time when I was around in their life. This is not like a 1 week or 2 week situation. I've been in their life for years. And and it was time for me to close those doors, learn the lessons, and take care of me. And it feels good to do that, guys. Because once the inner peace, and you start to feel that inner peace, you don't want to go back to anything else. I've learned that my mom used to say that all the time. I want peace at this part of my life. And for the first time in my life, I really understand what that means. And I don't long for the past or anything, because I had to change my mindset, my perspective of it, because I was just being angry about things that happened. Why, God, did I have to go through this? But those other people didn't go through A, B, C, and D, because I wasn't learning the lessons, because I was like a doormat, an ATM to these people, overgiven constantly. And then, but nobody was giving anything to me. And I'm not talking about on a financial level, on an emotional, just to listen. Sometimes you just need people to talk to, just to listen. They can't change your circumstances, but they can uplift you and support. I didn't have that, because those people were not able to give that to me. But I was overgiven and given so much to them, and it wasn't changing. It was just going around and around and around in a circle, and it was an unlearned lesson. And when you don't learn lessons, you have to repeat them. They come back worse than ever. So now I've learned that, as going through all these changes and circumstances, and I try to learn these lessons quickly, and I talk to you guys about it, because if I can go through these things, it's not easy, but God is awesome. As I talk to him and do the work, he does everything else, guys. So people, what I've had experiences with, is people just with lies and malicious lies, and it goes on and on and on. And then I give those ton of bricks, as I talk about, to God. God, I need to stay on this path. I need to continue to help myself and others, letting them know how I'm doing this work. And if it resonates with them, they can get on the path and do the same, and then pay it forward to others, and not be distracted by the past of what people are saying. Because when you really look at these things, like I had a conversation with someone recently, and I said, look at the person who's spreading the lies, the malicious lies and rumors. Look at how the direction their life is going in, and look at the direction of me. I don't have any contact with these people. I've never done those things. And any doors that were closed, many of them, they left me. They abandoned me. And when they did that, I guess in one particular situation, they thought I was going to chase. You know how you run back and forth, in and out, round and about. Um, the last time was actually the last time. I wasn't coming back, because um, the pain had been so deep that I had to, say, God, what's going on here? And I had to do the work. And what I learned through all those experiences, people, is that I had to learn to love me, and to say I'm worth it. And that's why I'm talking to you guys about it. You got to put yourself first sometimes, and you got to know you're worth it. It doesn't matter what people are talking about. You are just as important. Self-care, self-love is important. And one of the things that helped me so much is prayer. Yeah, doing the work, because I couldn't do it without God help. And it doesn't mean I have to be religious. It doesn't mean that I have to do A, B, C, and D a specific way. Do you? You can talk to God any kind of way. You don't have to do it my way, or the way that somebody else tell you. You can be anywhere, driving in your car, talking to God. This is what's happening. You can be angry about it as well, and tell him and let him know you angry about this, because it's unfair. It's an injustice. And I need it taken care of, because I'm doing A, B, C, and D. That's how I talk with God. And he listens and hear my prayer and answers them. And he answers them in ways that are so unexpected. It's like, it's coming from him because it couldn't happen any other way but in that way, and and he's letting you know that he's answering this, and you don't have to be a religious person to do that, you know. And I am not someone who's judgmental or self-righteous or anything. This is about helping people, you know. Anyone who comes to this channel and they are on a judgmental or self-righteous, it doesn't belong here. We're here to uplift because we got a lot of stuff, a lot of hate and negativity going on in this world. And it's important that we gather together and build each other up because that's the way we're going to make it, through prayer. There's a song a long time ago, I think by MC Hammer. We have to pray just to make it today because without God and we take him out of the equation, we're not going to make it. It's going to be just like carrying a ton of bricks on our back trying to climb a hill, and that's what I've learned. That's one of the lessons I've learned. Prayer every day of my life, and doing things in an upright, not trying to get something quick like a microwave, but actually doing the work, going, allowing myself to feel the pain, allowing myself to see what I did wrong and how I can twist it around and correct it, and moving forward. And if you're in an upright, you're not out there trying to hurt somebody or take something from somebody, and you truly trying to do the work. It's hard, it's difficult, but you are sincere, and then an upright God will help you. That's just as he helped me. None of this is easy, but nothing venture is nothing gain, people. And when you need to rest, take that time out to rest. That's part of self-care and helping yourself. And I had to, you know, how is that saying? It's like, this is not for the weak, but there's a term. I'm not getting it, but when I come back on, I'll get it. Um, this is, healing is not for the weak, is what I'm gonna say, because it's a lot of work, it's a lot of pain, it's a lot of looking in the mirror and just moving forward and changing things for the better and having faith in God. Okay, God, I don't have a book on or a manual on how to do this, but I'm going to keep persevering. I'm going to keep moving forward no matter what. And then as I start to move forward, I'm going to find creative ways to take care of myself, to uplift myself. And some of the things I do is videos, meditation videos, listening to other videos from other people, on how they handle difficult situations and etc. and so forth. And whatever resonates with me, I take it and apply it in my own circumstances, asking God to help make things easier in my life and keep moving forward, and things get better and more. Also putting how to priority as a priority, taking therapy. I always talk about therapy weekly, and I do that because that was the starting point on everything that's happened in my life for the positive. And as I take care of all my personal business and move forward, all the things my mother was telling me all this time when she was here and I wasn't listening to. And as I do the work, things are better in my life. And I don't care about the past and what they're talking about. And people are going to do that when they see you taking care of you and they can't use you anymore. You're not a doormat to them anymore. If you did things like I did in the past, and you're not there to be used and abused anymore, they're going to say all types of stuff because they can't use you and take advantage and have people believe in. And how I see it from a different perspective, if someone believes what someone is telling them without any actual proof, just because it came out of their mouth and they are in a specific position, anybody can lie. Look what's going on in this world today. So when, even when I learned this a lot too, when I was in college and had to write a 17-page paper. And we were always taught about plagiarism. about citing sources of what individuals said. Where did you get that information from? Show supporting evidence that that person said A, B, C, and D. Otherwise, you're going to fail, because you have to show proof. And that's how it is in real life. When somebody is saying things about you, A, B, C, and D, and they don't have any facts to back it up with, and you're just going on a train of gossip, then, you have to look at yourself and ask why you believe in these things that people are saying about you and they don't have no proof. And if I was actually, take time to think about this, myself or anyone else, if we were actually doing those negative things that people were saying, it would show and reflect in our own life. And because how are you doing all these negative hurtful things to other people? Because what you manifest out in the world always come back to you. It will be sitting in my front door, and I have really done the work, still doing the work, because this healing is ongoing. It's not a one time thing and boom, you're good. You have to always continue to heal, especially the world we live in today. And one of the primary things that I do on a constantly, besides, having therapy on a weekly basis, but on a daily basis, is prayer. Stay in prayer with God, asking God to help me and persevering through all the challenges and circumstances. And it's been easier. It's, we're always going to have something, but it's easier. And when you self care, you self love. And when you self love, you're going to always take care of yourself and take time out for yourself on a daily basis. That's important. And I'm learning to do that because I work a lot, but thank God I'm off, now, and I've rested, and I'm learning that, okay, don't stretch myself too far because I need to rest. We all need that. And it's important that we also learn to laugh, laugh and have fun. Life is to be embraced, because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. And live your life, people. One of the things my therapist says to me all the time: your mom would never want you to be depressed and hurt and in pain, and not living your life to the fullest. And he's right about that. And I'm doing that. It's been hard, but it's getting easier. And if I can use everything that I've gone through to help other people and to help someone, then I'm fulfilling my purpose, because when you've gone through things and you've overcome them and you share with others, they may be going through something. Anyone watching this video may be going through something, that I don't know about. But if these videos are helping them and it resonates with them, then they can help themselves, and then pay it forward to help someone else. And that's what this is all about, is paying it forward, helping other people. And one of the things that I do, like I said, people that helps me as a priority is prayer. And you don't have to do it in a specific way. You can talk to God, go through Jesus, talk to God, and you don't need to go and confess a sin to anybody, to another man or a person. You can talk to God directly about your issues and problems. And just keep doing that and keep moving forward. Never give up on your self healing. Never give up on your mental and physical health, because without that, you can't do anything else. It's so important. And I wanted to come on here today to talk to you guys, to continue to move forward, but enjoy your time too. If you're off, and you're going to be with family, friends, or even if you're just going to spend time to yourself, do things to uplift your spirit and keep yourself in good spirits, and know that you are worth it. It is so important to be at peace than to ever be broken down in pieces. That's the message today, guys. Go enjoy your holiday. It's Christmas Eve. Do things that are going to build you up. This is Lisa, shedding love and light. I will be back tomorrow. It probably will be brief, but I will be here to wish everyone a great Christmas. And enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.